Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. 90 Day Fiancé stars Sumit, and Jenny's age difference could be frowned on in Indian culture. 90 Day Fiancé. The Other Way stars Jenny, and Sumit's story has been dragging on for some time. In the latest episode, Sumit does finally provide proof of his divorce papers to Jenny. However, it is still unsure how long the divorce will take. The next worry is that society in India might shun the couple due to the significant age difference between Jenny, 62, and Sumit, 32. The problem stems from Season 1, when it is discovered Sumit is already in an arranged marriage, despite being with Jenny. While it is heartbreaking for her to hear this news, she decides to give her Indian boyfriend a second chance. There was relief in the latest episode, as Jenny is finally given proof of his divorce paperwork from Sumit's lawyer. Jenny has been nagging Sumit for proof of his divorce since she arrived back in India. So far, he hadn't got around to getting the proof. Jenny gave up everything to give Sumit this second chance. She quit her job in Palm Springs, sold her belongings, and made the move. Jenny is determined to make her relationship with Sumit work. There's one worrying aspect after Sumit and Jenny go for a boat ride with his friend. It turns out his friend is also in the process of getting divorced, but it will take 4 years. This shocks Jenny to the core, and she asks him why it is taking so long. It turns out the friend's wife wants a lot of money to release him from the marriage. Sumit swears he will not have the same problem. During the 90 Day Fiancé, The Other Way episode on Monday, Jenny and Sumit meet up with his brother. Unfortunately, the brother didn't come bearing good tidings. He explained to Sumit and Jenny and their parents will never accept her due to the age difference. Jenny is considerably older than Sumit, and this is not acceptable. Jenny had made it clear that she isn't going anywhere and will stay with Sumit. However, there seems to be little to no hope his parents will change their minds. Culture and traditions are taken very seriously in India. Screen Rant quotes Asian age, where it is important an Indian wife is younger than her husband. While many people believe age is just a number, Indian families think age can make or break a successful marriage in India. Romances, where the man is older, are acceptable. Meanwhile, Indian women can only marry after they turn 16. Many people would say at that age they are still children and hardly able to handle an adult relationship. There is also the problem that Sumit would like to have children. Jenny is past the childbearing age and already has a grown family. Their only remaining hope lies in an invitation to meet Sumit's parents. It is difficult to say whether they will approve of their relationship. When it comes to love, age is just a number. At least that's the romantic ideal we're often sold. But when that number comes with a 30-year gap and crosses cultural boundaries, things get complicated. Just ask 90 Day Fiancé stars Sumit Singh and Jenny Slatin, whose worldwide romance has captivated fans, stirred online debate, and raised more than a few eyebrows, especially in Sumit's home country, India. Sumit, in his early 30s, met Jenny, now in her early 60s, in a way that's quintessentially modern, online. What started as a casual virtual connection bloomed into a deeply emotional bond, powerful enough to inspire Jenny to leave behind her life in Palm Springs, California, and travel halfway around the world to be with her younger beau. While their story has been marked by drama, devotion, and a fair share of tears, one issue has never left center stage: their age difference. In many Western cultures, particularly in the United States, relationships with age gaps are becoming more accepted, even if they still spark curiosity or mild gossip. From Hollywood to real life, we've seen May-December romances play out with varying degrees of scrutiny. But in India, a country deeply rooted in tradition, family honor, and societal expectations, Such a pairing can be not only unusual, it can be downright taboo. The weight of tradition. Indian society, for all its modern advances, often maintains conservative values when it comes to marriage. Arranged marriages are still quite common, and even among couples who choose their own partners, it's expected that the relationship falls within certain parameters: caste, religion, social status, and yes, age. Traditionally, Indian families expect the husband to be older than the wife. A younger man with an older woman not only flips the cultural script, but it also invites judgment and suspicion. Questions arise. Is she controlling him? Is he using her for financial security? These aren't just whispered concerns from strangers. They can come directly from family members. In Sumit's case, his parents openly disapproved of the relationship for years. They struggled to reconcile their love for their son with the shame they felt his unconventional relationship might bring upon their family. At one point, they even threatened to disown him, a deeply painful and consequential threat in a society where family is everything. The public eye and personal courage. On screen, Sumit and Jenny's saga unfolded like a dramatic Bollywood film, full of obstacles, intense declarations of love, and the ever-present battle between heart and heritage. But what sets them apart is not just the drama, it's their resilience. Jenny, often portrayed as the soft-spoken, kind-hearted American woman just looking for love, faced the challenge of cultural isolation in India. She gave up a familiar life to start anew in a country that didn't always welcome her with open arms. Between visa complications and societal judgments, her love for Sumit was constantly tested. And yet, she stayed. Sumit, on the other hand, navigated a labyrinth of family expectations, societal pressure, and his own fears. For years, he kept Jenny a secret, caught between wanting to make her happy and avoiding a rift with his family. The courage it took to eventually stand up to his parents and marry Jenny, despite the backlash, was no small feat in a culture where such defiance is rare and often condemned. A mirror to society. What makes Sumit and Jenny's relationship so compelling isn't just the drama. It's how it reflects a cultural tension that many Indians, especially younger generations, feel acutely. As India becomes increasingly globalized and connected through media, the traditional ideals of family and marriage are slowly being challenged by newer, more individualistic values. Young Indians today are more likely than ever to choose their own partners, live together before marriage, and even date outside their caste or religion. But despite these shifts, relationships like Sumit and Jenny's still fall outside what is considered acceptable. Their story is a reminder of how deeply ingrained cultural norms can be, and how difficult they are to break. It challenges viewers to think about the cost of nonconformity, not just in terms of scandal or gossip, but in terms of the real emotional toll it takes on individuals who dare to follow their hearts. Love without borders. If 90 Day Fiancé is known for anything, it's its portrayal of messy, cross-cultural romances that rarely follow a straight line. And while some viewers may have initially tuned in to gawk at the odd pairing, many have come to see Jenny and Sumit as a symbol of love that transcends convention. Despite their vast age difference and the disapproval they faced, the couple remains together, living in India, building a life on their own terms. Their journey hasn't been easy, and it probably never will be. But in the face of tradition, stigma, and societal resistance, they forge something powerful, a love that dares to exist anyway. The changing tide. So can relationships like Sumit and Jenny's ever be fully accepted in Indian society? Maybe not yet, but they're part of the conversation. As stories like theirs become more visible, they chip away at the rigid expectations that have long governed relationships in India. They give people a glimpse of alternative love stories, ones that don't fit the mold but are no less valid or real. At its core, their relationship invites us to consider a deeper question. Who gets to decide what love looks like? Culture may guide us, society may judge us. But in the end, love is personal, unpredictable, and uniquely human. And perhaps that's what keeps fans rooting for Sumit and Jenny, episode after episode. Not because they're perfect, but because they're brave enough to love each other in a world that keeps telling them not to. Want me to write a version with a more dramatic or humorous tone? I can do that too.